Here's one for you.
No, I'll do it myself.
What do you get when you mix a girl who's 2 tenths? A Viking with a head for business. 2 terrorists who are having a blast. A couple of stoners who get really ripped. A lover who took a licking. A dude who got spaced out. And a girl who had enormous lung capacity. You get a brand new episode of 1,000 Ways to Die.
Warning. The stories portrayed in this show are based on real deaths and are extremely graphic. Names have been changed to protect the identities of the deceased. Do not attempt to try any of the actions depicted. You will die.
Death is everywhere. Most of us try to avoid it. Others can't get out of its way. Every day we fight a new war against germs, toxins, injury, illness, and catastrophe. There's a lot of ways to wind up dead. The fact that we survive it all is a miracle. Because every day we live, we face 1,000 ways to die.
Connie was in a funk. The acting career she imagined hadn't panned out. Her best performance so far was pretending to be awake at her temp jobs. Desperate for a change, she was ready to sell out. Her plan, become a stripper. She lacked only one, make that 2 things to get going.
Motivations that drive young ladies to have extraordinary large breast implants stems from often a desire to feel accepted, which does inspire a lot of young ladies to overly enhance their physique.
Connie surfed the internet for the cheapest boob job she could afford. She found it.
Okay, just tell me what it is that you want.
I want stripper boobs, okay? I want melons, I want gazonkas, bonkers. I don't want to see my feet. Just the biggest you can make them.
Your wish is my command.
Okay.
Okay?
This quack would do anything, as long as you paid cash.
I promise to give you the biggest tatas in all of Southern California.
Okay.
Now, let's go and cut this bimbo open.
Two weeks later, Connie boarded a flight to Vegas, a new woman. As she took her seat, she couldn't help but notice all the double takes on her double Ds.
Dad.
Sorry.
Hi.
Hi. Ma'am, do you mind if I put your armrest down?
Thanks.
Anytime.
The plane took off, and Connie could feel it. Her luck was changing. What she really felt was the stirring of air bubbles and other gases trapped in her new knockers. Turns out she got what she paid for. Her plastic surgeon had used substandard implants, barely 1 step above water balloons. They had no business winding up inside a woman's chest.
Certain gases actually have a lower density than other gases, and so some gases actually can expand to a greater amount and to apply a greater pressure as the altitude changes.
As the plane climbed out, the gurgling noise grew louder.
Oh my God! Ah! Oh my God!
Her lovely lady lumps started expanding at an alarming rate. They grew to ridiculous proportions.
That stripper's gonna bomb in her chest! We're gonna die!
When the plane hit 20,000 feet,
young lady getting on an airplane who has extremely large implants, she's going to be exposed to a slightly lower atmospheric pressure, which could lead to failure and catastrophic outcome.
Connie thought bigger boobs would give her a new lease on life. Too bad death stepped in and popped her balloon. Many in the modern-day workforce start off each day with a healthy bowl of high-grade marijuana. For Bernie and Cesar, this was their breakfast of champions.
Oh, wow.
But when some workers get high on the job, they don't work. They play. A rope and a forklift is all these two need to get giggly. While Cesar was digging his latest mixtape, the rope stopped. The forklift didn't, and Bernie was caught in the middle.
If somebody has a rope around their torso and the force is so great that you actually sever your torso, all the gastrointestinal contents are just going to fly everywhere. So all the fecal matter, all the intestinal juices, all the half-digested food, you're going to have about 7 gallons of gunk just splattering everywhere.
Bernie and Cesar thought getting high at work was fun. What do you think now, Bernie? Coming up, a happy camper takes flight. And bomb making can be backbreaking, along with every other bone in your body. Brad loved nature. That's why he took his new girlfriend, Fiona, camping on their first date.
I love this place. I came out here when I was a kid.
Really?
But Fiona wanted to explore a different aspect of nature.
Do you believe in sex on a first date?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, now harder. Harder.
Brad thought he was going to commune with nature,
Harder.
but wound up with one of nature's most voracious predators,
Other hole. Here. Other hole.
a nymphomaniac.
Harder. Harder. Okay, was this like your first time?
No, it's like my fifth.
Oh my God.
Brad's inept performance led to premature ejection.
Just leave. Get out. Take your stuff. Go. I'll do it myself.
Frustrated, Fiona went back in the tent to finish herself off. She was a rocket about to launch, and she knew exactly which button to push. But just as she reached liftoff, a freak wind blew in and lifted her off.
The wind is blowing against the side of the tent, and it's probably trying to push the side of the tent over. Then as soon as the wind gets underneath and pushes the frame of the tent from below, and then it's basically the same idea of airplane flight.
A mile down the mountain, Fiona's magic carpet ride ended with a bang.
When your head is crushed, it's not like Gallagher crushing a watermelon. It doesn't explode pieces of brain everywhere most of the time because it has a covering around it. So it's basically like a watermelon inside of a bowling ball case.
Fiona got off, took off, and never came back. Everybody's got to work, including Abdul and Habib. The only thing that sets them apart they're terrorists. Today's assignment? Blow up a police station. A suitcase full of plastic explosive, C4, should do the trick. Abdul and Habib are not suicide bombers. They are more than happy to let others fill that role. They'd rather build bombs and talk about their favorite topic, Western popular culture.
Seinfeld. Miley Cyrus, hi. شايف؟ Miley Cyrus, good. Cameron Diaz. Cameron Diaz, good. Okay. Good. شايف؟ Most beautiful one. أي واحدة which one? Angelina Jones. شكلها عربية. شكلها من هون. عربية يا شكلها.
They move on to the next step, connecting the explosives to a GPS timing device. Abdul checks his watch and sets it to blow up an hour later. By that time, they'll be watching the results of their dirty work on Al Jazeera.
Good to go. Good to go. يلا بينا يلا 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 يا حبيبي يلا 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 بينا يلا نروح ونقوم يا حبيبي. The life-saving time!
With daylight savings time in effect, it was already 1:45, the time Abdul had set it to go off. It only took a few seconds for the GPS timer to connect to the satellite and reset the clock to the correct time, which was now.
Primary blast, or the actual explosive force that he was exposed to, first would obviously affect his hands. They would fracture his fingers right before disintegrating them. His forearms would then be obliterated and pulverized. And then as the blast wave got larger, his chest would be exposed to it and his head as well.
In death, Abdul and Habib learned a valuable lesson about life. It's all about timing. Up next, a Viking story that'll leave you shaking your head. And there's always good eating in this couple's kitchen. Sigurd was no ordinary Viking. An above-average raper and four-star plunderer, he left a trail of mayhem and death wherever he went. He was known throughout the Norse land as one who went berserk.
It was a very specialized type of Viking that could go berserk. This was a super highly elevated form of courage that just couldn't be bound.
In a battle for the ages, Sigurd met up with his greatest foe, Malbright of Ramsdal. Sigurd proved the fiercer fighter and cut off Malbright's head. It was said all of Norway heard his shout of victory.
In Viking times, cutting off the head clearly states, if you don't accept me as leader, this is what's likely to happen to you.
But Malbright wasn't done fighting. The dead man's head sunk its teeth into Sigurd's massive thigh. He set out for home. But along the way, the bite marks expanded to a deep and festering wound.
A human mouth is the most contaminated collection of bacteria that really exists anywhere within the world. So bacteria would just enter your bloodstream and just start replicating from just one bacteria to millions overnight.
10 days later, Sigurd reached the stairs to his village, but his fate was sealed. It would be another 800 years before antibiotics were invented. The infection spread through Sigurd's bloodstream. Vikings believed if slain in battle, they went to Odin's great hall called Valhalla.
Slain by a dead man.
Welcome to Valhalla, big guy. Tanya and Sasha were a same-sex couple.
Hey, baby.
Sasha brought home the bacon, while Tanya played the smoking hot housewife.
I have a surprise for you.
But today, the smoke was coming from somewhere else.
What's it smell?
Tanya was hotter than a microwave. She just couldn't cook. Dinner was burnt, but Tanya knew how to butter her breadwinner.
I did make dessert.
A gourmet body with a string candy topping, the perfect snack for Sasha's sweet tooth.
I think the edible underwear fits into a sexual act. It's more like a teaser. It's like the building up. You know, sometimes you're nibbling on the body, warming the person up, getting them really aroused before the harder stuff comes.
At the crucial moment, the candy G-string snapped. Sasha slurped, and dinner was over.
Baby, are you okay?
Chewing is a very voluntary action, but the moment they decide to swallow, everything is involuntary. The food particle was taken back into the pharynx at the same time that she wanted to breathe, probably from being excited and gasping and whatnot, and ended up essentially going down the wrong pipe, entering the trachea. And she'll be unable to breathe. Oxygen will continue to be deprived in the brain, and she'll just die brain death.
The chicken took a licking. Tanya's candy was dandy. But in the end, Sasha wound up dead meat. We saved the best for last. Rare footage of a meteor just passing through. Some people see their death coming a mile away. Others never see it at all. But when the universe decides it's your time to go, there's not much you can do about it. It was just another party in the San Fernando Valley. A time to get wasted. A chance to hook up, or for Stan, an opportunity to badger people with his personal beliefs.
I'm starting this this prayer group. Tomorrow's actually our first day.
Excuse me, Dork, but I'm trying to get laid here, so...
No thanks. Laid?
It was the wrong time and the wrong place for preaching, and everyone let him know. The universe prefers order over chaos, and Stan was a speed bump in the cosmic flow. So the cosmos dispatched a hitman.
A small meteorite weighing a couple of ounces would be the equivalent of an artillery shell in terms of energy, traveling at an extremely high velocity. Even a small object with a light mass carries tremendous energy. The penetration would be enormous.
Back on Earth, Stan was an open can of buzzkill.
Hey, nice night.
Yeah, it was.
Little did he know, he was about to receive a 400-mile-an-hour cosmic sucker punch. The small meteor passed through his body and exploded in the pool behind him. Stan was dead before he hit the ground.
In a penetrating injury like this, there's basically a direct crushing and cutting of everything in the projectile's path. If there's a big hole in a big, non-compressible blood vessel, someone can exsanguinate within a minute.
Stan showed up alone, looking for a like-minded soul. Little did he know, he had a date with fate.
It's original.